day 6 of our Judgment Detox. So if you've been following me and watching my video for the last couple of days, I've been sharing with you the 7 different ways of showing up in our lives. And that 7 different ways will allow you to choose how you want to show up in the world. And that in turns will actually determine how successful you are, whether you see issues as issues or challenge, or you see things as opportunity. So there are 7 different ways of you can show up to a situation, how you respond, how you react. If you need to go back to my previous video, please do so and just kind of review what those 7 different approaches are. Today, I would like to share with you 4 different energy blocks that will stop us from showing up fully. So perhaps you're going through the holiday, you're sitting home alone, and you're experiencing some challenging, and you know that you don't have a high level of energy, and you know that you're feeling depressed, anxious, worried, or your mind is just constantly racing about something. Now, here are 4 energy blocks that you can recognize and determine where are you and how is it affecting you in your current life. So the 4 energy blocks are interpretation, assumption, your inner critics, and also your limiting beliefs. And where do all these come from? All these 4 energy blocks are something that came either from our culture, from the way that we grew up, or maybe our spirituality, how much we're connected to our own self, and how well do we know ourselves. So for example, let's take relationship. Ever run into that situation where you're waiting for someone's text? You know, that guy that you met at the bar last night? Yeah, you're waiting for his text, but here you are, you text him, there's no response. You know he read it because he actually set up read on the text message. So you know that he read it. But why is he not responding? I wonder. Of course, it makes sense because I'm not his type of girl. That is an example of assumption. Maybe you had some experience in the past that where perhaps a guy never texts you back and then end up telling you that, well, you're not my type. So in the back of your mind, you're already thinking, well, you know, of course, this guy whom I met at the bar last night, he's not texting me back because I'm not his type. Makes sense, right? Sure. Well, that would be an energy block. And that would lower your energy. So it's no wonder why you're sitting home and you're feeling bad, or you're feeling depressed and you feel sad. It all makes sense. Now, if you were to show up differently and by releasing that assumption, maybe he's just out with family, or maybe he got called into work, so he's busy doing something. We don't know that. But here we are because we're basing on our past experience, so we're assuming that this is what it is. So that's an example of the energy block based on assumption. So there are 4 different energy blocks that we can talk about, which I spelled it out for you very clearly in my Judgment Detox. So what you need to do is you need to go visit my website at elevatelifecoaching.org, and you can download the whole entire worksheet and go through them, and you will understand what those 4 energy blocks are, and therefore you will have a better understanding of how you can approach things very differently. So what are you waiting for? Perhaps instead of sitting there and feeling sorry and waiting for that guy to text you back, now you can come up with strategy and you can get this. You got this. I know you do. So go ahead and visit my website at elevatelifecoaching.org and download your free copy today.